Neil Seery, fighting out Team Rhino, fighting Mark Platts. Last fight was a bit of a, well, it wasn't a bit, it was a disgraceful performance really. I went out and got submitted in 50 seconds. Really disappointed with the outcome of the fight. I was hoping to go three fighting rounds, fight till the end. It didn't go off that way. Incentive to get back onto the big shows, like no one wants to go back down the hill, want to get back up onto the big shows and get going again. My message to Mark, I hope he comes out and stands with me because it won't last long.
My name's Mark Platts. I fight out the factory and I'm currently ranked number 3 in the UK. I know he's got good hands, he hits quite hard, he looks well rounded. I think we're quite similar that way. And obviously he's number 2 in the UK, which is the main reason why I want to fight him. I am, yes. I want to win this guy, get number 2, and then I want to fight number 1.
And I'll fight fans making his way to the cage first in this flyweight attraction from the blue corner. Hailing from England, Mark Platts.
And first to the cage is Mark Platts. He is representing the factory and Gracie Barra, Newcastle. He has a record of 10-7-0, is 30 years of age and is from England. Now Mark is one of the top flyweights in Europe. He's been staying very busy, competing in K1 and grappling. In the last year, he's only slipped up once in 6 outings.
Yeah, both these guys are really very experienced. I have to say, though, a lot of Mark Platts' losses have come by way of submission, just like Neil Seery. 5 for each of them. He's had a really good start to 2012, though, with a couple of very good wins. But over the course of his career, perhaps consistency has been a little bit of a problem for him. It's been a real up-and-down roller coaster for him, but he does stay very, very active.
Yeah, I do like the flyweights. Lots of action is set to be played out in front of us as we see Mark Platts there on the LondonFightStore.com preparation points, just with our cage side officials giving the final checks before he steps in here in Dublin. The preliminary fights have really set the stage, as well as the amateurs, Josh. There's been some explosive action.
Yeah, some great fights already here tonight at Cage Warriors, an excellent undercard and some great amateurs. It really is a fantastic stage here in Dublin.
And a fantastic fight to kick things off on the main card. A lot of talk on the forums about these two guys. They've been around a while, and they're going to face one another here tonight.
His opponent fighting out of the red corner, Ireland's own Neil Seery.
And his opponent, Neil Two-Tap Seery. He is representing Team Rhino, has a record of 9-9 and is 33 years of age. This is a pivotal fight in terms of Seery's stats. He's got equal stats for Cage Warriors and his record is also equal. He's delighted to be back with us here at CWFC, feeling that he had missed opportunities in his last appearances with us, but there's no doubting Seery's quality and exciting style. You only have to really think back to his fights with Phil Harris and Nico Jocka to prove that, Josh.
Yeah, that was a great fight we were treated to against Nico Jocka at a recent Cage Warriors card. He walked away victorious in that one. He has a real wealth of experience in a whole host of traditional martial arts, as well as obviously straight MMA, kickboxing, karate, BJJ, boxing, and Gaelic football, if you'd like to call that a martial art.
It can be sometimes. Very seasoned indeed is Neil Seery, and he comes from a very strong camp here in his backyard in Dublin. We've seen some of his teammates fight this evening. He's got a lot of support in that dressing room. And you spent some time over there this weekend, Josh.
Yeah, I was fortunate to get a couple of training sessions in with the guys at Team Rhino, a real great camp there. Some absolute monsters on the ground and standing. But, you know, Neil's got a fantastic work ethic, great cardio. And what I love is he's always said he welcomes a 3-round war.
Fantastic stuff. We are just about ready to get set. Back over to Joe.
Live around the world from the Helix here in the capital city of Dublin, Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and welcome to an exciting night of professional mixed martial arts for your enjoyment. We start tonight's action with a bang. 3 rounds in the flyweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in officially 125 and 1/2 pounds. His professional record stands at 10 victories and 7 defeats. Hailing from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, here is Mark Platts. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Also a mixed martial artist, he stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 124 3/4 pounds. As a professional, his record stands even, 9 victories, 9 defeats. He fights out of his hometown, Dublin, Ireland. Here is Neil Seery. Referee in charge of the action, Rich Mitchell.
Rich, no-nonsense Mitchell shares the cage with the fighters. 3 rounds in the increasingly competitive flyweight division, where we have Mark Platts in the white shorts and Neil Seery, the local man, in the black shorts.
Well, Mark Platts is undefeated as a flyweight, but it's a tough test in the experienced Neil Seery he faces here.
Oh, absolutely right. Seery not happy with his last outing against Itenkov. Just one of those things, Josh, is 9 times out of 10, you're not going to catch someone with those kind of submissions, but that time it's stuck.
It was a rolling knee bar from Itenkov that put pay to Neil Seery that night, but I'm sure he's looking to bounce back. We saw in his fight with Nico Gyoka back at Cage Warriors 44 in London that, you know, he's really game for a good scrap.
Seery's just got tagged with a left hand to the right eye.
Yeah, both guys looking very relaxed, light on their feet. Bit of a searching right hand from Seery, though.
I've always been impressed with Seery's boxing. I really enjoy watching him fight.
He's really moving his hands, suggesting he's in a
And
real...
that's why, Josh.
Yeah, an in-and-out style, really kind of wide guard. I like the way he threw a good
Huge shot.
It's a big left hand.
And the left followed the right. And Seery's looking to finish. Rich Mitchell taking a really close look at this as Mark Platts searches for a takedown.
Oh, Mark Platts is going to have some sort of movement here because Neil Seery landed a tremendous amount of strikes in that exchange.
Smelling the finish is Seery.
Yeah, Rich
But
Mitchell
with the durability is Platts.
Took a really close look at that one, didn't he?
To say he was in on the action is an understatement. But Platts has survived.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Very, very tough fighter. He's back in on this double leg attempt here. But Seery, with one good underhook, looking to turn his opponent over against the cage.
Dynamite in Seery's
the elbows
hands.
coming in.
Horrible elbows coming down.
It is the takedown now for Mark Platts. He has a very good offensive ground game, does the man from Gracie Barra, Newcastle.
Active off of his back is Seery.
Close guard now for Neil Seery. He's looking for a tie-up on the left arm as Mark Platts marches his man back towards the cage.
Making it very uncomfortable with the head against the fence.
Yeah, legs creeping high from Neil Seery. Looking for a lumberjack sweep, but he's used the opportunity of off-balancing his man to pop back up. Really good defensive grappling from Neil Seery.
Nicely back to his feet is Seery, looking to work those elbows again.
Again, Platts is changing level. Another good takedown. Is he going to be able to keep Seery on the ground here, though?
Good duck walks from Platts, is securing these takedowns, but Seery's back to his feet.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of his awareness of where the cage is, using that to scrape Mark Platts off, and he reverses the position here, looking for some big strikes in the clinch.
Platts covering up well and now working the strikes himself. Nicely to the body and to the head.
Wow, what a pace it is from these two flyweights here. Something we're always treated to with the lighter weights.
But also, Josh, the credentials of these two guys, top in Europe.
Yeah, both have been in the top 5 in Europe in recent times. Fantastic dirty boxing clinch battle now. The uppercuts, the short inside elbows, all those little ranged weapons that you only see in mixed martial arts.
I think we're only going to see competitive action from Seery for another 12 months or so. He has many things going on in his life. He's been a professional for a long time as well.
Yeah, very extensive career for Neil Seery, but he's certainly not going to call it a day just yet.
Oh, absolutely not. A lot of stuff showing us here as Seery gets back his mouthpiece. Mark Platts with the southpaw stance.
Seery again landing that left hand, showing that dancing in and out style.
Sharp striking from Seery. He's got to be careful he doesn't stand his chin too tall.
Oh, good awareness of the range there from Seery, just moving far enough out that no danger of those jabs from Platts getting through.
Oh, a bit of a nut shot there from Platts. Always a danger with those inside leg kicks, especially if your technique's not quite like a Thai boxer where you turn the hip over.
Well, you're really trying to bring the leg up towards a moving target. It's an unfortunate side effect, and no malice in that at all. Neil Seery's going to get a couple of minutes to collect himself here, but he's good to go fairly quickly.
He's collected. Time to engage again. Seery answers with an inside leg kick of his own.
Yeah, really stepped into that one.
Throwing from the hip is Seery. Just missing on that occasion. Really talking those punches through.
Both guys still look so calm.
Seery standing in the pocket almost. Quite complacent. Got to be careful. Inside the last 10. Looking to counter punches Seery.
It almost looks as though Neil Seery believes he really has got the range of Mark Platts understood. He's getting in, he's landing his own shots, and his head movement as he backs away is really impressive at the moment.
Natalie and Brooklyn are very beautiful ring girls as we take a look at the replay. There's the shot that strayed. Nothing too serious. Seery was able to continue. Tight round though, Josh. The sharper work coming from Seery.
Yeah, well, of course, he had that fairly substantial knockdown, and I certainly couldn't count the number of strikes, but, well, we're going to see it here, that big left hand, and just watch the follow-up, the number of strikes that came in, and how close referee Rich Mitchell looked at stopping this fight.
Really good refereeing from Rich Mitchell, sensing the danger, but letting it go on, which was a wise decision, as we get to see some more flyweight action. Round 2, Seery in the black, Platts in the white. Still ahead, featherweight title bout, a heavyweight title bout, and a women's flyweight semi-final. Oh, big body kick from Seery.
Yeah, he's throwing with an awful lot of intent.
Striking to close the distance from Platts.
I love how calm and focused Neil Seery's looked throughout this entire fight. Even when he was flurrying for the finish, it was a very composed form of aggression.
Good head movement from Platts, just becoming a bit of a moving target. He's going to need to do a bit more of that. I feel that Seery's boxing will come into play again at some stage.
Yeah, you can see Seery just constantly pumping that rangefinder of a jab out just that little bit.
Platts
to make Mark
a bit
Platts
of a reach advantage, though.
That is true, just trying to make Mark Platts think about where those next strikes are going to come from. Platts pushing forward against the cage here, though. Good double underhook defense for Neil Seery if he can really use it to lift his man back up to the upper body. Lovely frame from Seery.
Good opportunistic knee from Seery. Set that up nicely.
Yeah, work the body, work the head. The dirty boxing of both of these guys. Extremely entertaining to watch here.
Nice work getting his hips out the way. Seery obviously looking to work his boxing, and he delivered his weight to one side and hit with the other. Very nicely done by Seery, and he's teeing off on Platts.
Again, we see Seery just staying out of range, and he meets that takedown of Mark Platts so well with the frame and the
damage to
underhook.
Platts.
Oh, pinning and punching is Neil Seery. Lovely head control as he push-off palm elbows start landing. Stepping to the back very nicely now.
Seery popping away at the face of Mark Platts.
A long time left in this round, John.
Real heart, though, from Platts. staying in this one.
Mark Platts has got to be getting tired now. He's taking a lot of damage, and Seery's under the chin.
Left his neck exposed for a second.
Looking for that submission
That's
victory.
under the chin now, Josh. Just needs to get a better position, I feel, to really... Oh, the arm is up. I guess that was the tap. And Neil Seery is victorious in front of his home crowd. What a wonderful display. And what a lovely way to answer back his critics.
Yeah, Dublin certainly as happy as he is about the win for Neil Seery. He's back in the win column here at Cage Warriors, and it was a fantastic stand-up performance from the man from Team Rhino.
Well, you say stand-up performance, Josh. I mean, he was defending the takedown very well with the wrestling. His jiu-jitsu was coming into play as well to help him transition, but it was the power in his hands and the angles that he uses to strike his way to finish, setting up that rear naked choke. A lovely bit of mixed martial arts from Neil two-tap Seery. It's just about time to hand this over to our MC, Joe Martinez, who will make this official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes, 36 seconds. Round number 2, referee Rich Mitchell calls a halt to the bout due to strikes. Your winner by TKO victory from Dublin, Ireland, Neil two-tap Seery.
Triumphant return for Seery. Let's hear what he's got to say. He's with Josh.
Neil, I'm here with our winner, Neil Seery. Neil, fantastic performance from you. You heard him on the feet and wasted no time getting that submission victory. Talk us through the end to that fight.
Yeah, just tried to keep the pressure on him, push him. I knew he was holding the fourth round. He come back tough in the second round. Wasn't expecting to come back that tough. And I hurt him with the knee there, and I knew he was done for.
You really dictated the range well on the feet. Did you think that the stand-up, and in particular, that dirty boxing was going to be the difference?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of training with the dirty boxing with all the lads, Team Rhino, and SPG lads helped us out with that. Thanks to them.
You stayed incredibly composed throughout that fight. Is that something that you guys work on, trying to stay calm in the flurry and in the finish?
Yeah, we do that all the time. We go through all them rounds every week, every day, every week. We do that all the time.
It's your third performance here at Cage Warriors and an excellent second win for you. You've got a great team behind you. Something around 20 fights in your career for you. How long are you going to keep going?
As long as Cage Warriors take me off the bill, then I'll stop. Until then, I'm going to keep going. I'd just like to thank Graham and Ian Dean for putting me back on the show. They brought me to Ukraine where I didn't perform. I wasn't expecting to be on the show, but thanks to them two lads, and thanks to Andy Ryan, all the lads of Team Rhino, and John Cabinet, SPG.
I always enjoy watching you fight, Neil. Can't wait to see you again. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Neil Seery!